Good morning, good afternoon, and everything in between. Welcome to episode 27 of Cam and Max in the Morning. He's Cam.
He's Max.
Cam, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little rundown today. So, what can we expect from you this episode?
Well, we can expect a great rundown from the show, Gregory. We've got some good stuff today. Sometimes it's a relationship, Greg. Sometimes you're having a good day, I'm having a bad day. Sometimes I'm having a good day, you're having a bad day. I think I just said the same thing twice. But, we got to support each other.
I get you. I honestly, just us talking now, I'm kind of getting into it. We really do have a good show. We have all of our normal segments, and no new segments this week. I couldn't think of anything interesting to add in. But, Cameron, why don't we get started with odds and ends?
Odds and ends. Well, you have the first one, but I have the next two. I want to start with Project Hail Mary because, there's some movies that you see and they're just like, you see the commercials and the hype and stuff. People are like, you need to see this. And like, oh, how good could it be? But I had pretty high hopes going in, so I saw it last week, and it was amazing.
I've literally never heard of this until I was looking at the show notes.
What?
And a student actually told me today. They were like, I think I'm gonna go see this movie later, and I was like, oh, hey, that's a thing.
You've never what? It's been all over the ads and stuff, like March Madness even and stuff, like some ads there.
I don't recall any memorable ads during March Madness this year. I think I blocked most of them out. I'm gonna be honest.
Interstellar's my favorite movie, and people are saying it's better than that. I think it's not quite as good, but it's like...
Is it a not James Cameron?
No, it's not an old movie. It's a Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. They did the Spider-Verse. They did some other ones.
They did Lego Movie.
Yeah,
They did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I don't know if they were in charge of it, but they did something with that one.
They've been producers and stuff on a lot as well. But man, it's so good. And it's there's a couple jokes that are innuendo-ish, but they would fly over young kids. You could take a family to that. A 10-year-old, they could go see Project Hail Mary.
I thought you were about to tell me to take my child, and it was I don't really think an almost 3-year-old will really enjoy it.
It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, so just go see it. You need to go see it. This is for the all 16 listeners. Go see the movie.
I don't get to go to movies anymore with children.
I know, but it's just when it comes out, you gotta find an evening to watch it.
I wanted to talk about editing the podcast and timeliness because we did. I didn't know if you listened to the last episode actually, but I recorded a quick little. I haven't either actually. I need to listen to it too. I recorded a quick little thing to put at the beginning of it saying, hey, we recorded this episode before the March Madness episode, or after the March Madness episode. Before. We recorded this episode before the March Madness episode. But the March Madness episode we needed to get out in a timely manner, which was fine. There were things, I know there's things in it like us talking about Jason Tatum coming back. Well, that's been a whole month now. But
for the week.
I just did not have enough time to be motivated for the show, and I want to make sure that the show stays good quality. Now, a lot of editing that I do is literally just cutting out pauses that are longer than a second. Not bad, but if there's a segment that we talk about in real life and it doesn't contribute, I'm I think this can be cut. It is a time-consuming effort because I basically have to listen to the podcast at least 1.5 times because I'm listening through it, editing it as I go, and then I have to make sure I listen back through every 2 or 3 minutes just to make sure that it flows properly. Because I realized I cut something once that we continued to talk about at one point, and I was like, oh, I've got to go back. Yeah. I had to do undo a lot that day.
There's a line. The line is, it's a labor of love, but I detest the labor. Isn't that apropos?
Yeah, no, that is actually 100%. I absolutely love editing a video, but I hate that. Cameron, tell me about the funny sign that you saw at an ice cream shop.
Okay. So There's around neighborhoods and stuff. My favorite sign in general is the neighborhood watch sign. Maybe it says neighborhood watchdog. Maybe it says neighborhood watch guard, and it has a little eye on it. You've seen those?
Oh yeah. Like with like the silhouetted person and stuff.
Yeah. So like there's a neighborhood watch signs. So we want to get this ice cream place, and in Fairmont there's this place called the Dairy Cream Corner. It is so busy. It's only open like 6 months of the year, but it is so busy. It's ludicrous. Like you wait like 50 minutes outside for your ice cream. Now the portions are massive. The prices are fair. You can go inside and it's faster. But we're sitting out there because it was nice weather on Sunday evening. And this no loitering sign said, "If you have nothing to do, do not do it here," with an exclamation mark.
Yeah.
I thought that was just really good. It's aesthetic.
No, I like that. I get what it means.
There's a tree behind the fence, and the tree has like lights wrapped around it for some reason, like it's Christmas. So it's a good picture.
Is there any way you could find this picture?
I took it. I'll send it to you. I won't
okay,
put it in
sweet.
the show notes, but I have a bunch of pictures of a later topic in the show ready, like locked and loaded to send to you for like immediacy.
And that is a big foreshadow of one of our favorite segments. That speaking of what the sign said, that's reminiscent of "Too Much Time on My Hands" by Styx. I've got nowhere to go and all night to get there.
Good song.
You know, just stuff like that. I mean, it sticks, so I think so. Cameron, it's been a big 2 weeks since we've actually talked last, especially in the world of sports. Even though we are not a sports show, we need to talk about this. So, March Madness is, it's almost over. Like
Almost over. 3 games left.
I feel like the tournament never ended this quickly in the past, but I think in the past I wasn't as like not I wasn't into it. I feel like I'm constantly checking the scores. I'm checking every single kind of like update that I can on it. Both of our teams, the Duke Blue Devils, Tennessee Volunteers, made the Elite Eight, and both lost in complete opposite ways.
Yeah.
But also just not the way you want to lose at all, either way.
I'll be honest, I would rather get blown out of the gym than lose how Duke lost.
Absolutely. If we had to rank the way to lose, I would rather lose, by single digits, but not a like close, buzzer beater. That is probably my preferred way, because then you can be like, you know what, we played well, then getting blown out, and then just on not a Hail Mary, but like, a fumble. It's not like UConn just had this generational shot. Like the shot itself wasn't, it was a fumble by Duke.
I was driving to Dairy Cream Corner, so like I didn't watch. I preached and then I was driving to this ice cream place. So I checked the scores. Like, okay, we're up 3. Okay, I'm gonna drive. My brother's texting me and I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So I call him and he's like, what happened? He's like, it's like the Furman play with Bama. There's no need
with
for
Virginia.
Not with Bama, with Freudian slip there with Virginia.
It happens. This Tennessee team was not. They weren't likable until the tournament.
Yeah. You were done with them before the tournament.
I was. We had recorded episode 26 during the SEC tournament. They had just lost to Vanderbilt. I don't like losing to Vanderbilt. I was like, all right, let's get at least one win in the tournament. But then we went to the Elite Eight. I got
3 wins.
I'm happy with that.
Duke and I know just stays in the Elite Eight Final Four bubble. I think Shire will get there eventually, but
I absolutely think so. And like, you got to think about how the thing that I keep seeing consistently is how lucky you have to be to win. I mean, just like to reach the Final Four alone.
Yeah, stuff has to happen.
Like, Vanderbilt was a much better team this season than Tennessee. Like, I'm not going to argue that. They got unlucky on a 3-point, a deep bounce out shot, Florida lost to a 9 seed. Like, it's you gotta win a single elimination game like that. Like, that's why I think with the NBA Finals, I think you typically do get the better team more often than not, because it's not single elimination. On the March Madness episode, we created a mascot bracket. And Cameron, do you have any idea how we did in that?
I know mine was terrible, like in the ESPN app, but so I imagine ours was terrible as well.
You know, it wasn't great. The Furman Paladins did not make it to the national
Did they
championship.
lose round one?
They lost round one to UConn. UConn. Actually.
Oh yeah, UConn.
They only lost. They only lost by 11 though. So I think that's worth noting.
Okay, Duke got such a hard draw, like a feisty St. John's team.
Absolutely.
Back-to-back champs, UConn coming off like a revenge year for them, kind of. Mm-hmm. Man.
The Siena, the round one game was close. Like,
Yeah.
Tennessee, like in its own way, like drawing Miami, Ohio, America's sweethearts, was like, okay, of course. And then we had Virginia. And there were some, I know you're not a Virginia fan, and so there were some Virginia people that were like, well, the refs just handed the game to it. Well, it was a 7-point game. Like, and then, you know what, beating Iowa State, that was a really good game. That was just a win. That was just one that we matched up way better. But for the mascot bracket, we did terrible in the East. We only had one team advance, and that was Michigan State over North Dakota State and then over Louisville. Then they lost to UConn, which we actually had Furman beating Michigan State because, the Paladins. In the West and the East, the West and the South, we had 3 first-round wins and then Illinois over VCU in the second round. But let me tell you about the Midwest, okay? We had a perfect first round in the Midwest.
No way. All 8?
And we had a perfect second round in the Midwest.
Like, no, hold on. Let me pull this up. That's insane.
It was absolutely crazy. We had Michigan, St. Louis, Texas Tech, Alabama, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, and Iowa State all winning. And then we had Iowa State beating Kentucky, Tennessee beating Virginia, Alabama beating Texas Tech, and Michigan beating St. Louis, which I wanted to keep St. Louis going. But you convinced me.
So it was all, it was just one upset. And then in the second round, there were... How many upsets in the second round? None? One? The Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah, that was so. We just went all chalk basically.
Two total upsets, but still.
But we didn't care about seeds. We were doing just mascots. I was really
I didn't
proud
think
of
about that.
Yeah, so that was awesome. We may not be a sports show, but I think we're pretty good at it personally. But we have another team that we cheer for that did pretty well in the postseason.
Okay. Freed is just really good. They're just like a machine at this point.
Mm-hmm. For those of you not in the Freed Hardeman University bubble, which is probably, probably not a majority of our listeners, but could be at some point. Freed Hardeman University men's basketball team won their second national championship in 3 years, and that's just awesome.
It's like ever. Like they'd never won, and then they win in 23 or 24 and 26.
They had never been to. I don't think they had ever been past the Sweet 16.
Telling you this. We only had one loss, and that was like a early like non-con game.
It was a good year. I think Drew Stutz is a good coach. We've interacted with him. Like he's obviously doing something right.
I think he's going to go D1 at some point. And
what level D1?
He's not that old. He's like 40. Something just tells me, like, could you mentally picture seeing Drew Stutz in March Madness, like on some like 14 seed or something? I absolutely could.
Absolutely. 100%. I know the rumor around campus was that, he would go to Lipscomb just because he's part of the Church of Christ bubble. But, that would be awesome. One of our mutual friends, Will, has told us that he's got connections with Bucky McMillan, that's A&M's coach, and so it's part of that because he was at Samford. It's just part of that like that Alabama basketball bubble that they've got going on.
Yeah.
The women's team did well though too. They made it to the Sweet 16.
They needed to
second year in a row, right?
Yeah, I'm just like rooting for them to get over the hump there. It's like
I know.
It would have been so cool if like they were both in the Fab Four.
Oh, that would have been so cool, but it just wasn't how it is. But it's nice to have one team that I can cheer for and them do well. And it's where we went to school. That's awesome. Cameron, it's been a little bit. A certain social media website has been overrun with basketball for good reason. But do you hear any birds out there right now?
Truthfully, I just hear this lawnmower, but it's...
I don't have anything from Twitter. I accidentally sent you the picture earlier. So I use Firefox whenever I'm not using Chrome. Like, I use Chrome for my stuff at school, okay? For my, like, personal email and everything, I like using Firefox. I think the reason why, actually, is because I would stream on Twitch back in, like, 2018, and Chrome would just make my computer crawl. And I like looked it up and somebody was like, try Firefox. It doesn't use as much RAM. And I was able to stream and look stuff up on the internet and it not slow it to a crawl. And so I just started using it since then. There's advertisements at the bottom. Like whenever you open up like a new tab, it'll show advertisements at the bottom. I saw this one. Cameron sees it. I'll put this on Instagram. It's a picture of Factor. You know what Factor is? The food delivery service. So it's a picture of one of their meals, and the headline is, "I tried Factor. Here's why I'm never going back." And so I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." Because at first I was like, "Are they talking about they're never going back to Factor, or they're never going away from it?" Yeah. Well, that's right. And then I saw that it's sponsored by Factor, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Like it's not worded the greatest. Like my first read of it was like they're never going back to Factor.
I know exactly. That's why I saw it, and then I saw the sponsored by Factor, and it's you know those advertisements that are like paid for and endorsed by whatever politician.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
It's like this was just about you. I get if it's an attack ad on someone, but this was just this was a positive commercial for you. Why are you endorsing it at the end? Do you need to? I don't think you need to.
I feel like they legally have to. Like, it's just one of their things. They found someone to say, here's why I'm never going back, and they have to have the sponsored tagline.
I gotcha. I don't know. It's a little self-gratifying. What do you got for me?
It's Olaf. I think, like, there's a lot of tweets of the week that go up. I'm going to hit you with a take.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's not hot takes, but I think that's the best tweet of the last 5 years.
It's really good.
Like, if you've not seen this video, so like Olaf now is like an animatronic thing, like freak show there at Disney, and he's like, I don't know, 24 inches high, something like that.
It's like 2 feet tall, you know.
He was just walking around, and there's this clip. He's just yapping, and all of a sudden he just stops. And, like, the eyes jiggle a little bit, and then, like, he rocks, and then he just slowly falls backwards. And then his carrot nose pops off and flies behind him. And all the kids are like, ah! So the comedic timing of that GIF is 11 out of 10.
It is... I saw a tweet talking about the nose popping off, and it was like, do you think the nose was like designed to pop off in case that happens?
I don't know.
There's got to be some kind of like antenna or something for the nose.
Yeah, but they care about their PR greatly. So like they don't want that happening. Like they don't. I guess that kind of saves it, makes it look comedic, and they could kind of play it off as like, oh, silly Olaf. But like the kids are like, what just happened?
That's definitely part of it. I think Disney, not that I feel like nowadays, just they know how important social media outreach can be. Like obviously they're big on their like publicity. I think that they could take this and spin it as something funny.
Man, I sent you the GIF again. It is so good.
I want to shout out to one of our faithful listeners, Allison. Oh. We were at a tennis match, and I had just gotten into my truck afterwards and looked at it, and I had to hop out of my truck to show it to somebody. And she was the first one there. I'm watching the GIF on my phone, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. It's so beautiful.
It's the pause before he falls over. It's so funny.
He goes offline.
What happens? Does he have like a gyro or something inside that like caused him, because why would otherwise would he fall backwards spontaneously when he's balanced? Like
that's what I'm a little confused on, because he would have to be top heavy, and like why would they make it top heavy? There's a YouTube channel that's really, really good. It's called TPM Vids. They do all kinds of amusement park videos, but mainly Disney. So like they'll do some Universal stuff. They've done 1 or 2 videos on Kings Island up in Ohio, but it's mainly Disney stuff. And they'll have like top 10 animatronic malfunctions. Those are such good videos.
So there's my tweet of the week.
Well, Cam, I think it's time for us to take a listen to the Coach Max Jukebox. And I actually changed my recommendation for the for the Coach Max Jukebox earlier, and I texted you about it. But why don't you go ahead and tell me about what you've got for me?
I just want to shout out Project Hail Mary again. Like, so the score was done by Daniel Pemberton, who also did Spider-Verse.
I was trying to decipher what you were saying here. Like on the show notes, just brief shout out to PHM score by Daniel Pemberton. I'm sure I could have Googled it, but I had no clue what you were saying.
Man, there are some. I cried multiple times in that movie. There's some characters that really get you, but like the score is so good. It's like optimistic, but like emotional and like intense at times. And like you wouldn't think like, oh, he could do like a dramatic movie. Spider-Verse is like more lighthearted. It's got some dramatic parts, but this was like, I've been listening to that like the whole soundtrack like on repeat. And that normally it's like, okay, there's a couple tracks like Oppenheimer had like Ludwig Göransson did that, and there's like one track you listen to a lot, but like this is like, man.
I got to be in the right mood to listen to a score. Like, I love John Williams. One of my friends, Blake, he's a big Star Wars guy like I am, but he's like, okay, the sequel trilogy, not good, but what it does have really well is the score. I can't listen enough to care about that, you know?
I do love me some scores. I listen to a lot of soundtracks. Just
I got to be in the right mood for it. I definitely, there's definitely a time for that. And if I'm in the mood for it, it is good. But I've got to be in the mood for it.
That's fair. That's fair. What you got for us?
Okay, so I changed it, and I'm going to talk about it. I went ahead and added it to our shows and notes next week. So yesterday, driving home, I was like, we've talked about how we like listening to albums, like from front to back. There's just something unique about that. And I don't know why Oasis was on my mind exactly, but I'm a big fan of, Wonderwall, like it's corny, but Wonderwall's a good song. Champagne Supernova is amazing. I love that song by them. And Some Might Say, that's a very good song. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and listen to Oasis. That song, like that, What's the Story, Morning Glory, was not their first album, okay? They had an album that came before that called Definitely Maybe. The most unremarkable album I've ever heard. Have you ever listened to anything from this first album?
I've never listened, like, actively to an Oasis song.
Well, other than the ones I mentioned, yeah, it's Liam and Noel Gallagher.
No, yeah.
If you look at the track list on Wikipedia, so I will judge an album when I don't know an album's like songs. Like if I know like the popular songs, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Wikipedia, see the rest of the track list, and if it has its own Wikipedia page, that's when I'm like, ooh, this is something to look forward to. There's 11 songs on this album. The album is called Definitely Maybe. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 11 songs have their own Wikipedia page. So I was really excited about that. Not a single one of them. Only one song made me. I added one song to my this is everything that I like. Only one song made it. It's track 10, Slide Away. It was the only song that I thought was worthwhile. Everything else, so like Rock and Roll Star is the lead song on the album. Cigarettes and Alcohol is one that I had heard, but like I did not care for it at all. In fact, I was really disappointed because I was like, I don't even want to listen to the second album in full now. Like I want to listen to it because I like the song. I like songs on the album, but now I'm just like, why would I do this? it wasn't bad at all. It's one of those, I'm a big fan of, so Styx is my favorite band. They did not do anything new in the music world, okay? They didn't come in and revolutionize anything. They just played music really, really well, okay? I have been a big, like, I mean, the Beatles were good and new, but bands like Pink Floyd or like the Rolling Stones, I don't know. There's a lot of bands that I think are popular because there's nothing like them, but that only carries so much weight for me.
That's fair.
I really like a lot of Pink Floyd. Like, I love the Dark Side of the Moon album. Individually, I don't want to listen to any song individually. But Dark Side of the Moon as an album, sure. But I need the whole song, the whole album to be good. I don't need it to just be good because it's unique. And that's what this album felt like. It was like punk, but 2000s pop, even though it was 94. Just completely unremarkable. Like, I'm not saying I don't recommend it. I just had to talk about it because I was so disappointed.
Sometimes someone cues songs in the jukebox and you just gotta go over there and okay, skip.
There was one time where I skipped the song. Like, it was like 4 minutes in and I was like, I get the song, and I skipped it. Like, for that to happen when I'm listening to something for the first time, that's a bad sign.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. Cameron, we're going to go a little bit out of order today. Let's go ahead and start with Rank 'em. Because the section, I almost said formerly known as, this isn't Prince, but the section known as Cam's Crazy News, we've got a good one for you today. So we're going to save that little nugget for the end. What are we ranking today?
We're not necessarily ranking in the same way, per se. I just had this epiphany, and I said, who would you not want to be on a hike with? I think that's worth talking about.
Oh, absolutely. So this version of Rank 'em will be more, instead of comparing a specific list against one another, kind of just ranting, kind of just complaining, which I feel like we're really good at, personally.
Hater Central.
Probably. Oh, you know what? That would be a good podcast name, Hater Central.
Welcome back to Hater Central.
Maybe that's what we need to call Rank 'em. I don't know. We can workshop
I'm your hater.
Anyways, so tell me about the people that you've contributed to this list.
So I was really proud of this, and I was like on fire for this, typing stuff in, and I got to the end of these 3 and thought for like 10 minutes and could not come up with anything else.
Right.
Like,
I've got one or two to contribute though.
Okay. So I have. Okay, let's talk about slow walkers. This is not like you're stuck behind a slow walker. This is your whole pace is dictated because you are on the hike with a slow walker.
And I like vice versa, someone moving too fast, okay?
I don't know, man. I'm there to hike and see things. I don't want to like dilly-dally. I don't want to like... Okay, my hottest take is that hiking is just better by yourself. Like, I enjoy it by myself because I can be like lost in thought. I can stop when I want to stop. I can do my own thing. And slow walkers, it's like being in the grocery store and you're behind someone and like, just like, I want to get to the spaghetti.
Gotta get the spaghetti. This is similar to that. My beautiful wife, Katie, love her. She wanders when we're in Walmart.
Yeah.
She will have a list of what we need, but she will be like, I'll go down this aisle. Let's see what they have. And
I do that in Walmart.
Oh, I'm dying. I'm just like, we know what we need.
Hiking's different. Like, I will wander around in the grocery store every aisle because I'm like, well, something will like jump out at me because I can't think. You know, it's like the Holy Spirit jumping in our prayers. But yeah, we like with the hiking stuff is like, I just want to like cover as much cool stuff as I can.
I mean, I get you. Like, in a store, if I know what my purpose is, that's when I'm not wandering. But after I've accomplished that purpose, maybe wandering is okay? But yeah, on a hike, you don't want to be with somebody that's slowing you down or moving you along where you can't see anything.
It's the like, what is my purpose in the grocery store? Your purpose, should you choose to accept your mission, is to get a can of Priano's pasta sauce.
So someone that I would not like to be on a hike with, which I realized I can be this person, is a pointer. And that's someone pointing out every single thing along the way.
Yeah.
You don't want, and the reason I am is because I don't want I don't want you to miss out on something, but it's okay to let some things go without pointing them out. If there's a tree that looks really cool, it's okay.
That's fair. What are your opinions on, like, how many pictures are you taking on a hike?
Oh, I don't like taking pictures on hikes at all, actually.
Oh, see,
like one picture at the end, one at the beginning, one at the end, maybe one or two in between. But other than that, just because I feel like I would be able to find anything online that's worthwhile to take a picture of. Like, I will not be the first person to ever take a picture of something on a hike.
It's your picture.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay, we differ there.
Okay.
What about what about a yapper? It kind of goes with the pointing out, but like,
it does. I think we are we might be the yappers here, but
at the same time, I don't like. Again, like, I'm by myself and I like it, and I'll be silent during the hike. And I like that.
Oh yeah, it depends on the group. Now, if you're in a big group, I think yapping is part of the fun of the group.
Okay, that's fair.
But for the most part, you don't want one person monopolizing it. So that's what I'm calling the yapper.
Okay, there's a difference. This is like a teleological difference between a hike and a walk. A walk, romantic, nice, leisurely talk. A hike to me is a little bit different. It's like, no, I am here for the nature. You are here with me for the nature. On a walk, it's like we are here for each other as we walk somewhere.
I get you. Yeah. It just depends on the purpose of the hike, or the hike and or walk. Speaking of romantic, and this is not like specific people, but just what Cameron has written as your ex.
In general, and
just being in, like you said, like a relationship, what the purpose of the hike is, just being in an intimate, like, activity like that. And I don't mean, but you know what I mean by intimate.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like the yapping, but worse.
Yes. Like, there's a reason that for whatever reason, there is no longer the same kind of relationship there. And so that would be terrible.
What do you talk about? Like, do you talk about anything? Did you just stay silent the whole time? Like, I don't think you say anything.
Hey, remember when we were dating and this? Like,
man, this tree really reminds me of you. I couldn't talk to it. Yeah, I hate it. Kind of ugly looking.
Oh my
unyielding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd just be so awkward.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be really bad. I think this kind of goes into a slow walker. And it could be considered unfair, but somebody that has a physical disability that is actively hurting the group, you know what I mean? Like something that you did not sign on to, okay? Let me say that. Somebody going on the hike with you did not know was going on the hike, and there is something keeping them from progressing at a rate that you want.
That's the most ableist thing you've ever said, but I'm suddenly fully on board. It took me a second to get there, but now I'm here. Like, and that's with like all activities. It's like you're doing something, and then someone in the group's like, I don't even know what you call this. There's some places we probably shouldn't go, but it's like, oh, I just can't do that. Like my breathing will act up, and I won't be able to go that far. We gotta turn around now. And I'm like, the whole group has to turn around now because of you? Like, oh, I get what you're saying.
Well, and I completely understand what you're saying about, it being ableist. I totally get that. Like, if I am on crutches, okay, if I was the person that was not able to do something, I would either not go to this activity, or I would say, hey, can we please not do this? I wouldn't try to show up and be like, I think I can make it, and then just be a downer on the whole situation. Yes. Or if I'm in a wheelchair, like, I would not say, you know what, let's go, I don't even know, like on a hike, for example.
It's when someone isn't self-aware enough to know, like, hey, why am I going to ruin this for everyone?
And I think it's on the group's responsibility to make sure that they don't do too much that excludes that person. It goes both ways, there's a give and take.
I agree. I agree with
I didn't think that this that segment would be that hot there, but
I was kind of passionate about it. Yeah.
It was. Cameron, I've heard that you're passionate about the news. Do you have any news for us?
Cam's crazy news. Sometimes, I watch the news now by watching SNL cold opens and stuff where Colin Jost does Pete Hegseth. But this news is so far beyond that. Some of you may remember 2 years ago the the London Willy Wonka chocolate factory experience happened, and it was a total fiasco. There's the what was that guy called? The unknown. It's me, the unknown. It was AI, generative AI seemed so bad 2 years ago, and it was hey, come and experience this chocolate factory type thing. We're gonna have crazy characters. We're gonna have crazy stuff to do. And people got there, and it was sad looking people in costumes, and then an empty warehouse. So okay, I've got something that rivals that. May not top it, but it's close. Greg, have you heard of the Barbie Dream Fest?
Had it not been for you, I don't think I would have. I didn't think I would have, let me say that. But then today, the world knew that we were recording today.
It knows.
I started seeing things about it online.
I've got some pictures I'm going to send you. Well, I'm going to read. No, first I'm going to read this Reddit post. So basically, picture the London chocolate factory debacle. Pick it up, put it in Florida.
That alone, just putting it in Florida.
So it's got a website, barbiedreamfest.com. Thank you for joining us at Barbie Dream Fest. Please contact with any questions. There's no operable menu on the website, but if you look up the website in the Google results, you can see what looks like should be the menu bars, if that makes sense. But you can't access that on the website. I can't find those buttons anywhere. So I found 2 pages on it. The poster for it, Fort Lauderdale, March 27th through 29th, Barbie Dream Fest, the ultimate Barbie fan event. Special guests, Serena Williams, Angel Reese, all these other, Robin Gerber, all these famous people. Unforgettable experiences. Let's see what they have to say about their guests, Greg. Barbie Dream Fest is proud to welcome an extraordinary group of real-life role models spanning sports, science, activism, fashion, and storytelling. And it's all these famous people. There's a chef, a chopped champion, Chef Becky Brown. Then there's Robin Gerber, author and historian. There's an Olympic fencer in there. There's guys who voice characters in the Barbie animated series. There's some designers. So they've got, but headliner, Angel Reese and Serena Williams. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's not they're definitely, those are big people.
Yeah, that's Serena's Ozempic got her or Wegovy, I can't remember, but
one of the two.
She's a hot commodity right now. And so this poster, the unforgettable experiences, Barbie the movie in concert, interactive dream house. I just saw that.
The movie in concert sounds really cool, and I just can't wait to see how it fails.
Roller rink, a bike course, glam bar. Michaels is gonna be there. A fashion show, Dream Flow yoga. Okay, so we go over to Reddit. There's side note. There's an r/Barbie, which shouldn't have surprised me, but it did.
There's a subreddit for everything.
There is. So shout out to Budget Focus 6554, which may be the last 4 digits of their banking, but I'm not sure. Update. Since the original post went viral, I have learned that Mischief Management licensed Barbie from Mattel. To my knowledge, Mattel has had very little part in planning this event. Their first line, Greg, y'all, we got Willy Wonka'd. This was supposed to be the ultimate fan experience. Well, I can tell you it's a weekend we will never forget. The marketing done around this was amazing.
I'm on Reddit right now. I told you about this when it says we got DashCon, y'all. Do you remember that picture I showed you of it's an inflatable pool with little play place plastic balls inside of it?
Maybe.
I'll send it to you. But that was what I had told you the Willy Wonka reminded me of, and that's what this person has just said.
let me send you these pictures real quick. So this roller rink was like, it's going to be this fancy thing. Glide under neon lights under a retro-inspired roller rink. There were no neon lights, and it was not retro-inspired. False advertising. Look at the rink, Greg. It's like 15 by 20. This sectioned off with metal dividers. A piece of concrete. And there's this woman inside.
Have you ever been ice skating?
I have not.
I have once, and like when you fall, it hurts. This looks like it would like cause serious damage to you. Like this is just concrete.
Shout out coworkers getting bruised tailbones.
Yeah.
Like it's also like it's so small. I don't really know how to describe it, but like look at how much money do you think went into those banners that were slid around the metal hard dividers with the cones like, in there?
Okay, like some of the other pictures, it makes it look like a really sad festival, but it doesn't look as bad as I thought. Granted, that bar is very low, but
we've been to all these like big events in like warehouse type spaces like CYC, PTP, stuff like that.
I've been to I went to Pokemon Worlds when it was in Nashville in 2018. Like it was massive. It looked so good.
Okay, get this. So they have all those things there. The coveted swag bag for the folks who paid over $400 was a plastic brush and hand sanitizer, no bag, no exclusive merch. Scroll down a little bit. They had celebrities, but autographs in the photos were hundreds of dollars more. We got wonked. Again, they said that. Here's an NBC article. Barbie's Dream Fest? More like a Nightmare Warehouse, event attendees say. They have some other good pictures where it looks like the roller rink was expanded to maybe like 30 by 30, something like that. Brenna Miller says, it just makes me laugh. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Someone on Reddit talked about like this guy pulled up in like a kitted out Barbie car. He said I drove 19 hours and he got there for that. Like the get-in price was $70 and then like the high level stuff was $450 or more.
Okay, did Serena Williams and Angel Reese even go to this?
See, that's what I have not been able to determine. I have not seen a picture of either of them at it. But that does not mean that they were not there. And if the makers of the Barbie event are listening, I hope they do not get mad at me.
I found a video. Well, Cameron, if they're listening to us, then they have bigger issues on their
I don't
hands.
know. They're who knows?
Okay, so just Googling was Angel Reese at Barbie Fest, because it's more believable that she's there than Serena Williams, okay? I don't know how that ranks in your mind, but that's who I deem more reasonable. Just the AI overview says, yes, she was there, but then there's a YouTube video, it's like a clickbait YouTube video complete with like a red arrow pointing and everything, and it's like a really sad picture of Angel Reese, and like just on the video it says no one came, and like I don't.
So shout out the lady I mentioned earlier. I believe this is Robin Gerber, author and historian. There is a picture of her giving a presentation. It looks like on like the history of Barbie. I'm like, okay, that's something.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Well, I found a website, the Palm Beach Post, so shout out to them.
Okay.
And it says, inside day one of Fort Lauderdale's Barbie Dream Festival with Angel Reese.
Wait, side note, I just saw the ball pit in the Reddit post, and I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's okay. That is one of those like iconic pictures. Okay, yeah, here's a video, if you search the Palm Beach Post. Okay, the more and more I'm seeing this, like, this is sad. Let me start with that.
It is sad.
It looks like it's leagues better than
the Willy Wonka experience.
The Willy Wonka.
Side note, the balloon arch. People talked about that in Reddit as well. People like who helped contract for this, like I don't think they really knew what they were getting into. Like the makers didn't tell them and communicate well, like their intentions.
Oh my goodness, that is crazy.
That's a good balloon arch. Like that, they went all out for that.
Like, okay, Barbie. Like, I don't know if the Roald Dahl estate has like a firm grasp on, I guess Warner Brothers does now on Willy Wonka, you know? But like the Barbie like property is like it's up there, like so like Hello Kitty is like huge in Japan. Like Barbie is one of those like properties that's massive. Like you don't just accidentally get this. Yeah. This is insane.
The thing I just keep going back to, like, $70 get-in price, and it seems like most people pay like $250. Like, because if you bring your family or something, you're paying for like some adults and some kids.
Be a Barbie Dream Fest sponsor. Get more information about exhibiting, sponsorships, and partnerships, and discover all the ways you can be involved with Barbie Dream Fest.
Do you want to sponsor the next one, Greg? The Cam and Max in the morning.
Cameron, this is live. Okay, Okay, I clicked on, this might be this is the best episode we've had, okay. I clicked on the start here. It takes me to a web page. I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to you.
Okay. They're all getting refunded, by the way.
I just pasted it at the bottom of the show notes, okay. I'm gonna let you see it, then I'm gonna describe it to the audience.
Guest password.
So when you click on the start to be a sponsor, it takes you to a website that says guest area. Please enter the password below. Like, what if we wanted to be a sponsor? We wanted the Cam and Max show. We wanted our publicity out there, and we are not getting that.
That's upsetting.
This is wild. I'm looking around on the website more. Like, there's links to Instagram, Facebook. Oh, okay. The most recent post was, I can't see it on my computer because I'm on my computer. Emily Calandrelli, whoever that is no longer able to join us due to medical complications that prevent her from traveling. Oh,
she wouldn't have been fun on the hike.
Wow. I don't think you can say that.
You can cut that part.
Oh, no, I'm keeping that in. Okay, yeah, the general pass was $75 for kids, $149 for adults.
That's outrageous. That's so much money.
The pink pass was $250. The dream pass, $450. The family pack, which includes 2 discounted kid general passes and 2 discounted adult tickets, $425. The Serena Williams Icon Pass is sold out. I mean, the event has already passed, but I can't even see how much that cost.
Yeah, I think it was $500.
That's crazy.
$400 or more.
Listeners at home, I know we went out of order today. I think you'll understand why we saved Cam's Crazy News for the last bit. Man, okay, and we were going, I was like, man, we're going to get this episode done quickly. Like, we're finally going to have a shorter one. Nope, back to normal.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Oh, it's always worth it. Cam, do you have anything else that you want to include before we say goodbye to everyone?
No, go see Project Hail Mary, and then don't go to the Barbie Dream Fest.
Please, whatever you do not go to the Barbie Dream Fest. Well, as we close out the show, we just want to thank you for listening. Be sure to listen each week on Spotify and on YouTube. Let us know what you thought of the show. You can reach out to us on Instagram at Cam and Max Show. That's all one word, Cam and Max Show. Be sure to let us know what you thought about this episode and would like to hear us talk about on the show. He's been Cam.
He's been Coach Max.
And we will see you later. Did you notice that I didn't rhyme at the end that time?
Oh, it was good.
I changed it up just for this.
Sorry, I just saw what you put in the show notes. And
I didn't mean to actually put that yet. I copied it so that I could post it later. Anyways.
I just look over and like, a tweet popped up. I'm like, what? Okay.
My bad. I
was like, am I getting ads on Google Docs?
Okay, this is our after the show segment.
Okay.